Welcome to Stories with Dice. This is the Sword Campaign, a Pendragon actual play podcast using the 6th edition starter set from Chaosium. If you're enjoying our actual plays, please subscribe to Stories with Dice so you'll never miss an episode. Don't forget to rate and review us. It really helps others discover the podcast. Follow us on social media to stay updated, share your thoughts, and join the conversation. You'll find the relevant links in the description of each episode. Last time on the Sword Campaign, Sir Caradoc returned from his harrowing spiritual journey, freed by a miracle of faith from the Spriggan curse he inherited from his late father. Meanwhile, at the Battle of Pendragon, Sir Ian met a heroic end, his death releasing him from a debt owed to Sir Blaines of Silchester and leaving a void among the knights. As the year 511 draws to a bitter close, with the boy king still struggling to unite the fractured realm, a mysterious voice, one Sir Caradoc first heard during his journey, asks the Salisbury Knights, "What do you seek?" And we're back with the Sword Campaign, episode 12. I am joined as always by Ed, who formerly played Sir Ian, but now is playing Sir Nigel. How you doing, Ed?
Good. Crying over poor old Sir Ian.
Are you done crying?
Yeah, I'm done. That was it.
That was it? Okay.
That was it. That's about as much as I'm done. Yeah.
We also have Pete with us, as always, playing Sir Histolwyn. And we have Tony again, playing Sir Caradoc.
Hello.
So if we didn't lose you last episode with our little foray into a weird mist-covered forest with Sir Caradoc, we're glad you're still here. So what one point of order that I neglected to mention during the game so far, both for our listeners and players, is that no one yet knows Arthur's true lineage. As far as everyone is concerned, he's just a low-born 18-year-old squire who pulled the sword out of the stone. He's just a nobody. So no one knows that he's Uther Pendragon's son yet.
Okay, that makes sense.
And then the next thing we're going to do before we get to the winter phase is we're going to do a little bit of a flashback to just after the Battle of Pendragon at the funeral for all of the knights, including Sir Ian and all the foot soldiers who perished in that battle. The sky hangs heavy and gray. Clouds swollen with unshed rain. A raven flies across the somber expanse. The camera drifts down to the battlefield near Pendragon Castle, where soldiers lie in a mass grave buried beneath the churned earth. The camera moves across the open ground, still scarred by the bloodshed of battle, to the nearby ruins of an old Roman church, its broken stone walls wrapped in ivy. A funeral bier rests in the center of what was once the nave, surrounded by scattered wildflowers and simple branches of evergreen. Upon the bier lies Sir Ian, his hands folded over the hilt of his sword, his surcoat faded and torn, still bears his coat of arms. A small gathering of mourners encircles the bier. Fellow knights stand stoic, their heads bowed, though grief tightens their faces. King Arthur and Merlin watch from the back. Other fallen knights are similarly honored. Each has been given their own casket, simple yet dignified, marked with their own banners. A priest raises his voice in prayer, his words echo against the fallen stone. It begins to rain. A faint breeze stirs the wildflowers, their petals trembling. The priest concludes his prayer with a solemn Amen. The raven, now perched atop the remains of an old pillar, watches the scene with quiet eyes and then takes flight, disappearing into the gray sky. Then the priest turns to the mourners. With any here who knew Sir Ian would like to say a few words, please step forward.
If I may, we squired together, we rode together, we fought together. He was an inspiration to his fellow knights, and he will be sorely missed. But he is also an inspiration to those who will come after. And his tale will be told to many who may not even have known him, and he will still inspire those. I thank you for allowing me to join in your ceremony to say farewell to a fellow knight. I will not shed a tear over this, as I know he has gone before to prepare the way for the rest of us. To Sir Ian.
Aye, everyone says. And then King Arthur steps forward and he addresses all of you. For too long, this land has been drenched in blood, all in the name of power. We crown warlords king after they've butchered their way to the throne. The sword and the stone promised a different way, a path of peace, of justice. But some cannot accept that a simple squire of low birth might carry the mantle of kingship. Then the boy king calls Count Sanham forward. Sir Kay and Sir Brastias bring the treacherous count before Arthur. The count falls to his knees, begging for mercy, claiming that he had sworn allegiance to King Lot against his will. Arthur asks him only one question. Do you recognize me as your king? Count Sanham protests, questioning how a squire, never knighted, could command knights to follow him. Arthur pauses. Then by your own reasoning, he says, I cannot grant you mercy. He draws Excalibur, and the count shuts his eyes, bracing for a blow that never comes. But you are right, King Arthur says. The count opens an eye, looking up at the king. You will knight me. Arthur hands him Excalibur. Then as knight and king, I can offer you mercy for your crimes. Arthur kneels before Count Sanham. Sanham, trembling, with the sword in his hands, his arms shake as he lowers it to Arthur's shoulder. In the name of God and all the saints in heaven, he says, I dub thee Sir Arthur. Arthur rises, taking Excalibur back. Count Sanham kisses his hand, swearing allegiance to him and begging forgiveness. And you shall have it. These wars must end. We must end them, for the sake of our children's future. I swear before the memory of Sir Ian and all those who perished on the battlefield, that their sacrifice was not in vain. I dream to be a different kind of king, a king for peace, and our scene ends, and we proceed to the winter phase.
Someone's gonna die.
Someone is gonna die. So we say in the opening of every episode that we're using the 6th edition starter set, which is true, but sometimes Ed and I will reference something from the new core book, which we've done on some occasions, especially the winter phase. We're using the rules there instead of the slimmed down version in the starter set. But the adventure we're using is from the starter set. So, without further ado, the winter phase begins. Sir Nigel.
How dare you? How dare you? It's too soon. It's too soon, Marco.
I am going to have to get used to saying that.
I love it. It's on the screen. It's on the screen.
It is on the screen. I know.
Yes. So Sir Nigel.
Sir Nigel, give me a D20, please.
Oh, that sounds fun. Let's have a look. How about a 6?
A 6. Okay, so for most of the year, prior to Sir Caradoc's arrival and you're meeting them, you were on garrison and patrol duty. These are normal duties for a household knight. Give me an awareness check.
Awareness. Just a flat roll?
Yes.
I need a 10. I got a 15. I'm rubbish.
You failed.
Failed massively.
So we're going through the solo scenarios just to give Sir Nigel some extra checks for the winter phase. So let's paint a little vignette here of what has gone on while you were on garrison duty or patrol duty that what is the consequence of this awareness fail?
I think that if it was during the year, so I've obviously been with Sir Arthur's retinue, I suppose. Or
you mean Count Robert's retinue?
Count Robert's retinue, and I probably ended up chatting to some people instead of doing my watch and doing my kind of stuff, and I kind of got distracted, and maybe some Saxons or something kind of got in.
Well, let's say
to the area.
Yeah, okay, Saxons, that's fine. Yep,
yeah,
I was gonna.
Yeah.
Yep, okay.
Or maybe not Saxons. Whatever would be convenient in wherever we are, depending if I'm doing this while we're in Belgrade or are we doing it while I'm actually at home in Salisbury. If it's in Salisbury, no, that makes sense because Saxons are to the southeast of us.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and those Saxons probably raided a nearby village or something.
Yeah.
And so then you ended up maybe taken by surprise. Give us a weapons skill roll of your choice. See how you did in this fight with the Saxons.
I'm particularly rubbish through most stuff. I basically managed to pass my squiring by the skin of my teeth. So I guess it's going to be swordsmanship, isn't it? It turns out it's a critical.
It's a critical success. That is
I
fantastic.
saved my arse and maybe the situation.
Yeah. Okay, so you comported yourself above and beyond the call of duty after you failed that awareness check to drive back the Saxons, you and your garrison. Excellent. So that was step 2, rolling for checks. And I think that's it for the solos, I believe.
Okay. Cool. I didn't really look much. I didn't really look very deep into the solo information. So
yeah. So, okay. Cool. So now we will roll everyone. Oh, let me change the virtual tabletop to initiate the winter phase. All right. Winter phase has started. Okay.
Thank you to whoever's done the virtual tabletop because I really like it.
I do. That is one of the nicest parts of it. So now we do the personal events, I believe.
I think we will roll D20.
Yeah, roll a D20 on table 14-1. Okay. So everyone roll a D20. Keith, you have a 15. Sir Caradoc has an 18 and Nigel has an 11. Okay,
Indeed.
So Sir Histolwyn, love of family, very appropriate. Very, very appropriate. So let's see, number 15. Let's see what that says here. Okay, so you will roll love family. Success. Okay. You offer yourself as a guarantee for an accused family member. What does that mean, Sir Histolwyn? Maybe something to do with your merchant father-in-law? Perhaps he was accused of
it will be, yeah,
conducting some illicit business or stealing or something to that effect.
Yeah, certainly, yeah. If he's been doing nothing but raising finance to help out his family and extended family, I will definitely protect him against any accuser.
Okay.
He's done nothing wrong.
That you know.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. That you know of. So Sir Caradoc has station. So roll your station, Sir Caradoc.
Okay. A success.
You exposed the local priest for carrying on an affair, leading to his demotion and reassignment. Is anyone really surprised, even in the year 511 AD? Sorry.
Controversial. I like it.
I just wondered how Caradoc found it. Perhaps I was praying too much and I saw them hiding in the confession booth.
Yeah.
Why are they all the time confessing? I'm here praying for the soul of Sir Ian, and these two are just confessing and confessing nonstop.
They've been confessing in that confession booth for at least an hour and a half.
That's strange.
There's some strange bumping noises coming from that booth. I better go see what's happening.
And it's not what you think.
Exactly. Get your mind out of the gutter. Nigel, what did you roll? 11?
Yes, temperate.
Temperate, okay.
Which is not a great trait for me, because I'm more of the indulgent type. So let's make a roll. I actually passed. I succeeded.
Wow, look at that. Okay. You lived a life of temperance, not too much, not too little.
I figure probably because I locked up and let the Saxons in, that I kind of try very hard to kind of do the best I can for the winter.
That sounds appropriate. So again, we're skipping the economic circumstances step because you're household knights, and as I understand it, your liege lord pays for everything. Every year you get a new set of clothes, you get new horses if you need them, you do get a little bit of a like some spending money, but all of your needs are met by Count Robert, and you haven't yet inherited your family's estate, so
right.
That doesn't. Yes,
we can click the experience rolls.
Yes,
which I've just done by accident.
No, that's wonderful.
It seems that my temperance has improved and my sword skill has improved.
Well, that's good. That fight with the Saxons came in handy.
It did. Oh, look at that.
Look at that. Sir Histolwyn, you have improved your charge skill.
Yeah, but not horse because I kept falling off.
You're hunting, you're orate, you're prudent, reckless, trusting. Valorous is not improved. Honor, love, family is improved. Excellent.
Nice.
He's Caradoc.
I love the fact that obviously I've only done a couple of things, so nothing for me. But for you two who have done everything, there's a massive list of like skills.
I increased my awareness, my hunting,
Nice.
Yay. My cruelty, okay. My reckless, my spiritual, that's nice. And my devotion.
Excellent.
And my station. Nice.
I'd
Yeah,
like to
in
think
terms of... I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, I'd like to think his recklessness has improved because of Ian.
I think Sir Ian was a bad influence on you in that regard. But in terms of the cruelty, I think as well, because Sir Ian, I think the two of you, didn't you kill a prisoner
tortured
or
someone
something?
and
You tortured
killed
someone?
someone?
Yeah. You did some cruel things, if I remember correctly.
Oops.
All in the name of our king.
So we are skipping the economic stuff. We are
Age?
You're not yet being affected by age.
No.
Because you're still
I
quite
think
young.
I think on our VTT, if you click it, it just gives you an extra year, I think, for us.
Yeah, I think when you stop the winter phase. Last time I think it was like that. When you stop the winter phase, then it would give us the year.
Then there is Squire and Maiden in Waiting or something.
Yes, and last time we did the Squire advancement wrong.
But we can roll here, no? There is a clicky
I think
thingy.
so. I'm going to click it, see what happens.
Yeah, let us know what happens.
Nothing.
that was what happened last time then, perhaps.
Okay.
Clickety dang word.
Clickety thing. That was the one.
Okay, so Sir Nigel, let's start with you for your Squire. So your Squire is 15. So
he's now gone up to 16.
Your skill is, I think it'll do it automatically. If it doesn't, we'll do it at the end. So your Squire skill is 15. So roll a D20 for me.
Will do. I got a 19.
You can increase your Squire skill by 1 point.
Excellent. Okay. Goes up to 16. He's not too bad. He's got to be better than my other Squire.
So Caradoc, what is your Squire skill?
15.
Okay, give me a D20.
And 6.
No advancement for your Squire this year.
No problem. I will increase 1 year, no? 17 now.
Yep. Sir Histolwyn, what is your Squire skill?
He's 18.
He's 18.
He's a damn good Squire.
Oh,
he is. Roll a D20.
8.
No advancement this year for the Squire.
I don't think any of us have got servants, have we?
I don't believe so. Everyone roll a, let's see here. Let's see if your horses die.
So roll for
Roll a
every horse
D20.
you have.
And what about the maiden in waiting? I am married. Do I get a son?
We will get to that in a moment.
Okay, excuse me.
So let's have a look.
Horses first. I understand.
Horses, yeah. I'm sure there's like a
Horses,
there's a meme there.
priorities.
But,
You're a knight. Priorities. Horses before babies.
It's true. Yeah, I was going to say something not appropriate, so I'm going to shut up.
yeah. Don't just don't. Right, horse survival rolls. So roll D20 for each horse. Okay, I've got 4 of them. Let's have a look. So, Charger. I was almost a 20.
Your
That's
horse
an
is
8.
healthy. Yep, your horse is healthy.
Yay. Okay, so I don't want a 1 or a 2, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to roll 1, 2. I'm just going to roll 3d20. I don't want a 1 or a 2. Okay, so my Rouncy, I got a 1.
Aw, your Ronchi died.
Oh,
Breaks a leg or is otherwise rendered unusable and cannot even be sold as a nag. So probably during your unfortunate incident with the Saxons, you lost your Rouncy.
okay, that makes sense. Cool. And then the others are all fine.
Okay. Sir Histolwyn.
So, oops, I've got 2 of them. A 9 and a 10. No, a 6 and a
9.
10, rather. Sorry, a 6 and a 10.
Both horses are healthy.
We have 4 horses. Okay.
No, I've got another 2.
horses.
For the other 2 now. A 9 and a 10.
Okay. Yep. Your other 2 horses are healthy as well. Caradoc. Sir Ian's horses were used as meat.
Very yummy. Okay.
Horse burgers. For
So
everyone.
the first
Yum.
one, 16,
Okay. A healthy horse.
4, 5, 5. So I guess.
All good. Your horses are healthy.
Yay!
So
Happy
now,
horses.
Sir Histolwyn, you have children. You have 2 children.
Mm-hmm.
Roll 1d20 for each child.
It's for Dylan, 16.
Your child has survived the year.
Yeah, he was the firstborn. He was the stronger of the 2. And this one's for Clay, 18.
Also survived the year.
Yeah,
I believe they're now like 1 year old each, right?
yeah. We gave him the better wet nurse, so he's done well.
So Caradoc, give us a d20 to see if you have any children.
Here you go. 13.
You also have twins.
Yay! Nice.
So give me 1d6 for each of them to determine the gender.
First one, it's a 4.
An odd number is female and an even number is male.
So yeah, 2.
Females.
2 males. So Sir Caradoc, your wife gives birth this year to twin boys.
Houses are both blessed.
Your lineage is secure. The name will carry on.
It's very good.
So now we're going to see if they survive the year. So give me a d20 for each of them.
D20? 15.
Your first child survived the year.
And 17.
Also survived the year.
So my firstborn is going to be called Ian in honor of, Sir Ian that died. And the second is going to be called Richard.
Brought a tear to me eye. Now we go to training.
geez.
We do training.
Mm-hmm.
Then we can click the thingy, no?
Yep. Go ahead, right ahead, and either add a single point to one of your one of your stats, which should be size, dexterity, strength.
Yeah, I'm going to increase the strength to 16. I want to be a
Okay.
badass.
And if you have trouble doing it, let me know and I'll do it.
No, it's fun. And then the second thing is spread training across skills.
What are the rest of you doing? So Sir Caradoc has increased his muscle mass. He's been working out in the gym.
Been lifting my kids up and down.
Lifting
up and
his,
down,
yeah.
Up and down. I have to, so I can do like dumbbells.
That's hilarious.
And then you're spreading training across your skills, right?
Yeah,
Or
but
is
I
it-
don't know I don't know what's that. I don't know if you do one or the other. I don't know.
According to the book, it says you can do one of the others. So
yeah, that's what I thought.
it
Okay.
says change your personality trait, change your passion, change your characteristic, train skills.
Yes, you can choose one of the following. Yep. Okay, so that was your choice.
And train skills is 2 things. So either one, you can add 6 points to a bunch of skills, which are under 15,
Yes,
or train a skill up above 15 to 20.
correct.
Okay. So I have managed to put some mine up. Yeah. So I put 6 into a random bunch of skills.
Yeah, I think that's what I'll do.
Okay,
My
sounds good.
sword, I increased my sword, my swordsmanship, my brawling, my charge, my awareness, and my falconry.
Excellent. and Sir Histolwyn.
I'll up me charge a bit. And I think I'll actually do a bit of hunting with the bow, and up my bow skills a bit, and read up a bit on my... No, I won't do that. Do something a bit more family-oriented, I think. Yeah, I don't need to improve my flirting anymore.
Those days are over.
Yeah.
That's right. I'll take up the mantle for you.
Well, I suppose, to improve my standing within the court, to aid my wife, I'll improve my courtesy a little bit. There we go.
Then I believe Sir Histolwyn is the only one getting glory for... Well, no, he's not. Sir Caradoc is getting some of it as well, I think. But I think most of the lion's share will go to Sir Histolwyn because he fought in the Battle of Pendragon, and all the glory that Sir Ian would have received is unfortunately taken with him into the afterlife.
Ooh.
So,
sorry, Marco.
No,
just interrupt. On my character sheet, I've got prestige rewards, and it's offering me 6 of them, which I don't think, because it says for every 1,000.
No, that's
glory.
The glory is not being calculated correctly on your sheet.
I will not do that then.
If for some reason you have, and I noticed this on Sir Histolwyn's too, it's listing the winter phase multiple times for the same year, but it won't let me delete it. So I'm just I'm just removing the glory on one of them.
Okay.
Let's see. You
So
never
I've still got
did.
4.
You never did a winter phase in 5 to 10. Well, that's fine.
Well, actually, I think obviously Sir Nigel did,
Yes.
because he was on
Correct.
the character's PC thing. So
Correct.
presumably he got nothing for it.
Yeah. So I think that tracks. You have 4,908. You're a respected knight. I think the math works out there.
Oh, okay. So I'll spend it then. Just making sure. So yeah, there's 4 things I have to pick. Okay.
Yep.
I should do that.
Well, now that I removed that extra winter phase, it came down a little bit. From 5,000 to 4,000, I think.
Okay. Because I think this is something that we did initially for the first winter phase for Ian and stuff. So this is my first pick.
Yep.
That makes sense.
Yep.
Okay.
So, Sir Histolwyn, you receive 60 glory for each day that you participated in the Battle of Pendragon, and it was a 2-day battle. So
Yeah, so that's 120.
Yep. And unfortunately, your convoy commander does not get his glory for that day because he's dead. So then you also, the 2 of you, Sir Caradoc and Sir Histolwyn, you receive 100 glory for conveying the messages to the 3 lords. And that's it. So what are your prestige rewards, Ed?
So I've gone for a couple of horsemanship. No, I've gone for a horsemanship. Another skill. I've gone for another sword skill. I've then increased my trait of spiritual up. So it's now 16. I didn't go for any sort of stats.
Okay.
Just left them as they are.
We need to decide if Sir Caradoc's wife survived childbirth. So I'm going to roll a D20 here. She has a con of 13, and she survived.
You got a 1. Nice.
She
That's good.
survived.
I thought there was
You are not a widower. Your children have not lost their mother.
So Caradoc can't come out because he's going to look after the kids.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to do my prestige then. Okay, with my prestige, I'm going to increase my size 1, so I'm going to be 16. So even more impressive. You're
somehow growing still. You're getting taller and bigger. It's all that work. It's all lifting the dumbbell babies, right?
Yeah, that's it.
They're cool at getting fat in this game.
And I'm going to increase 1 time my sword.
That's right. So if you increase your size, there is a thing about getting fat.
My God. Why?
Well, because now you're a father, so now you're getting dad bod, right? How old is your character, sir? How old is Sir Caradoc?
23 is going to be 24 now.
Okay, so it is possible to increase size after the age of 21 3 times, but it requires adding a distinguishing feature to your character sheet to reflect the change. On the first increase, the character adds the distinguishing feature of heavy set. Is this the first time you increase your size for? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So now you have a new distinguishing feature, heavy set.
I've just read the others.
Yeah, they're hilarious.
Okay, but that doesn't mean that I'm fat. I'm just you get it.
Totally
Yeah.
selling it to Sir Kay from the Sword in the Serpent.
Right. Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. I can be heavy set.
You
It's
know,
fine.
he's got a little bit of a dad bod going on, maybe a little bit of
Yeah.
a little bit of a beer belly, you know.
So, okay. And then gonna increase it one more.
Are you
Size.
really? Yeah.
Yeah,
Really?
I just want to see what happens. Let's go for it. Okay. That's it. 17 size now. What am I now? What's the other distinctive feature?
The second time, you change your distinguishing feature. You change your distinguishing feature from heavy set to portly.
What? Portly.
Portly, yes.
Nice.
And if you do it one more time, you become obese.
Love it. Love it. Well, the good thing is that I increased my hit points 2 more from 33 to 35.
All that extra padding.
Yeah. And hopefully if I increase my strength 1 more, then I already have 66 for damage. Yes. Sir Caradoc. Muscles.
Okay, I believe the winter phase has ended. Is that correct?
Well, I still have my family rolls, but you just did them, no? I think it's the thing that you did.
Yeah. I didn't do it in the
for my
order
wife.
that's on the virtual tabletop. Yeah.
All good.
I guess, Pete, was there anything?
No, I think I'm up to date.
Oh,
Just want to point it out that in my winter phase, I got 2083 glory for whatever reason.
Yeah, I don't think that the glory, I think there's a glitch. I'm going to have to go through and retally them to make sure they're right, because I think it's adding things incorrectly, or I don't know what it's doing.
Okay. So I will just leave it and I'll let you play with it.
Yeah.
I mean, just super famous night. It's fine.
yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Well, we all survived the winter phase. So did all our families. We just lost a horse. That seems like a pretty good winter phase.
Yeah. Oh, and we got children coming, progress the Sir Caradoc's family.
Nice. I just imagine that you and Sir Histolwyn are kind of like a daddy daycare with all the kids running around that are all,
Right.
or not even running around. They're kind of like babies, right? So you meet them at the
They're just pooping around.
Dark Ages soft play. I don't even know what that is.
Dark.
Mm.
I don't know, but it sounds naughty. I think we need a safe word.
It's not that kind of role playing game.
No, it isn't. And so concludes another winter phase. As we become more familiar with the system, I think these phases will start to feel a little more narrative driven, a balance of character vignettes and the aspects of bookkeeping and character advancement. So we've just ended the year 511. Our characters are left to reflect on the bitter loss of Sir Ian. His death weighs heavily on their hearts, I think it's fair to say. Yet, even in the face of this loss, they perhaps look to the new year with hopes pinned on the promise of the boy king as a light in the darkness.